welcome back to the channel, everyone. It's time for Papa's Comic Books and Coffee. Okay, what do you say we unwrap this baby and see what we have today? Will you look at that? Black Panther, the second big issue, number 2, 30 cents back in 1977. If you look closely, right there is the date stamp. This is by Jack Kirby and Mike Royer. Title of the story, The 6 Million Year Man. Now don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Give me a like, give me a dislike, tell me what you thought about it. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you want to hear. If it's in my library, I'll look for it and I'll try to get it on for you. But let's see what we can do. The Black Panther. He comes from the future with the power to destroy the present. Comic book fans are pussycats compared to the insatiable collectors who roam the world like predators in search of priceless and forbidden artifacts. When the Black Panther becomes involved with the band of human sharks, he finds himself horrified, witness not only to the death and destruction, but to the ruthless tampering with objects that could well endanger the whole civilized world, like a one-way time machine, like the 6 million year man. Look out! That strange creature is about to... what's it doing? It stepped out of an activated time machine to glare at the 20th century with large blazing eyes, then surrounded by stupefied onlookers. This incredible being turned loose its powers. The result has been chaos and panic. I'd like to see how your mercenaries deal with this kind of foe, Princess Zonda. He can somehow use powerful magnetic forces to pull us about this chamber like marionettes. Stop him, you fools. Earn your pay. Hatch 22. Mindless creature, you have removed me from the hatch. I must return to the hatch. This invisible force is too much for us. It's robbing us of our balance and our weapons. Ooh, is that the invisible force? I don't think so. I belong to the 6th era of man. I cannot remain here. Help me, Panther. He'll need a third eye to spot me before I nail him. But there is a third eye to be contend with. It is sensory organ that dilates in the rear of the stranger's head and emits a beam of deadly microns. Microns still undiscovered in the 20th century have a shattering effect on the human structure. They destroy its atomic cohesion. Atoms quickly lose their orderly balance. They fly apart. They stream out into the atmosphere. That is why the gunman suddenly fades from sight, vanishing completely. There are gasps of horror from all of those who witness the phenomenon. He can disintegrate us. What can we do? Blank out your thoughts. Think of nothing. The Black Panther drops to his hands and knees and moves towards the puzzled apparition from the distant future. Why do you do thus? I've got his attention. He knows this is not a hostile move, but he can't decide what it means. His nerves are coiled and knotted cords are of alarm as the Black Panther inches cautiously forward, closer and closer to this thing from the unknown. We do push-ups here. It's a sign of friendship and civility. That's extremely interesting. Very clever for one so limited. You'd make a fine pet. I'll take you with me when I return to my hatch in the 6th era of man. Thank you. I'd be pleased as punch. Risking swift and degeneration, the Black Panther leaps outward and strikes hard with unmatched speed. Sorry about this. Smash. Ooh, customizing your van. And comic fans, 26 issues for only $5. That's a deal. You did it. You put him out of action. He could have killed us all. I don't feel proud of myself. Using deception is not my style of dealing with danger. What is it, that thing? It looks like a man, but it's a man, all right. A man from the 6th era, wherever that may be in time. He's man as he will be in the far distant future, all brain. Then that's the spot to shoot at. He must be eliminated now before he revives and uses that lethal brain on us. What? Hold it. He didn't come here by choice. It was your meddling that brought him here. Bloodthirsty female, is the gun the only answer to your problems? Ugh, stop it, you fool, stop it. Very well, you've taken the gun. Now use it. Use it on him before it's too late. No, we've got to face this as civilized human beings. You must be joking. He looks upon us as we regarded pet monkeys. It's a gap we'll have to narrow. Somehow we've got to send him back to his own time. And there is only one way to do it. The Black Panther searches the debris for the object which generated this bizarre incident. There, it is, the brass frog. Don't you dare claim it for your own. It's mine, mine. An arrogant presumption, Princess Zanda. This rightfully belongs to the ancient burial chamber of the King Solomon from which it was stolen. Collectors have fought for it and died for their pains. That shall be your fate if you don't hand it over. For one brief moment, the strange artifact glows with an airy light and reveals the hidden mechanisms and within the forces which make it what it truly is. It's a time machine, woman. It brought us the menace from the future, but it cannot return him to his own age. I see what you're getting at. You intend to obtain the twin to this artifact. Exactly. The twin to this frog will complete a time machine that works both ways. It's only our hope. It's our only hope of ridding ourselves of a pressing problem. Laser books. I wonder what those are. It would be simpler to kill him. It is strange that a man who bears the Panther's dreaded image hesitates to destroy life. The Panther cult is not based on destruction. I am a king's son, raised in a noble tradition. My people are builders and scholars. And handsome indeed, you've aroused my interest. I would do much to gain you as a willing ally. You've done enough, Princess Xander. You've robbed me of a friend. Poor Mr. Little, he was a clever gentleman, but he made the mistake of competing with you for possession of the brass frog. He played a dangerous game and lost. My men were waiting for him. He was a collector, as yourself, but his motives were without greed. What? There is a hard material beneath his shirt. A faint suspicion takes hold of the Black Panther and expands to the growing hope as he quickly removes the outer layers of clothing. He's not dead. The bullet struck him, but it merely took the wind out of him. As ever, Mr. Little was prepared for any contingency. He's wearing armored vest. Stars and comets. That indestructible rodent, I thought I'd seen the last of him. Ha 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 ha. Get up, Mr. Little. You've suffered nothing more than a slight embarrassment. Where's the brass frog? Oh, we've still got it. How did you get there? Well, what happened? You'll know all in good time, sir. I would use this moment to regain your strength if I were you. How do you feel? I feel undressed. You young jackanapes, hand me my jacket. Look at my hat. Where's my monocle? Here it is, you insufferable little pipsqueak. My men should have aimed at this instead of your chest. Princess Xanda, so you and your scurrilous knaves were waiting in ambush for us. Yes, and I had the brass frog within my grasp, but it seems that fate has cheated me of that as well. However, this defeat is a temporary thing, I assure you. This collective squabble will have to be put aside in view of a graver problem. We're going to have to join forces with Xanda and her cutthroats? Really? At that moment, the chamber invaded by a strange substance. What sort of weird display is this? I've never seen anything like it. Neither have I, but I think our problem is growing more serious. I've seen effects like this before, used by mediums at seances. It's ectoplasm. Ectoplasm material of the mind? And who could be more mental than our visitor from the future? Look, it's incredible. The ectoplasm is acting as some sort of visual screen. The three gasp in astonishment as they find themselves confronted by the vastness of space. Galaxies adrift like cosmic ghosts along their line of vision. Stars and planets wheel into a lonely majesty. Suddenly, the Black Panther finds his voice. That looks like our own moon, and its orbit is so close to Earth. But that can't be our Earth. It seems smooth as a billiard ball and revolves around a giant red sun. As the planet looms larger, its markings grow sharper. And this is Earth. It is not the Earth that is known at present. There are no continents or oceans, only those large circular disks and smaller disks within them. What can they be, Mr. Panther? I'd say they're countries, Princess. My guess is that each of these smaller disks inside those circles represent an individual community. But there's no evidence of buildings or streets or movement of any kind. Man has gone underground. That's the answer. He can't survive on the surface. His habitat is beneath each of those disks. That's it. Those disks are hatch covers. What's the meaning of all this twaddle? Suddenly the image resolution leaps into startling focus. There's the meaning of it, Mr. Little. Hatch 22. And all it contains is rising into view. It's the home of our visitor from the future. Ooh, who's that? Panther? Ooh, look at that. New parachute ball. That's right, Mr. Little. We've got a visitor from time, and he's the kind of problem that would crack your monocle. Foolish Xander. You activated the brass frog. Now we shall all have to pay for that rash act. It was your petty rivalry that caused this. Perhaps our look at the future will reveal what we're up against. The ectoplasmic vision remains clear and definable, but then it suddenly blazes with violent stabs of light. Hatch 22 is under attack. It seems that the future is hardly free of conflict. The enemy cannot be explained in modern terms, but its formidable appearance shakes the onlookers. Spawn of Earth, a denizen of space, the thing is almost planet-size, and it's frightening to behold. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. But the gods, that horrible thing seems capable, by the gods, of destroying entire nations. There's no sign of defense against the creature. Wait, that looks like our visitor levitating from the hatch. There is no visible sign of fear or indecision from the future dweller. He halts in midair as simply as he defies gravity and unleashes a powerful flaming beam from the center of his forehead. A momentary buildup of the intense solar heat is the only indication of what is to come. Then, whoa, the future image fades after leaving the ectoplasmic residue and a deep silence in its wake. Minutes seem to pass before the Black Panther speaks. Both of you saw the same thing I did. You know what our visitor can do. He's more dangerous to the century than a stockpile of hydrogen bombs. For the first time, Mr. Little, we agree. Get a high school diploma and a ring right through the mail. It's imperative that we take immediate steps to return our guest to his own time. Where is he? The Black Panther put him to sleep, but I wonder. Quick, this way. The ectoplasmic substance begins to recede as the trio races to check on the condition of their time captive. Praised to be Panther Colt, he's still unconscious. Look at the ectoplasm. It's vanishing into the source from which it came, his brain. He was dreaming, and we were witness to it. His brainwaves are powerful beyond measure. Once he's awake, we'll be completely at his mercy. If you struck him, Panther, He won't be inclined to use mercy. He won't spare collectors either, Mr. Little. Our task is to keep him tranquilized until we can reach the missing unit of our time machine, the Brass Frog's twin. Forget that plan. He's awakening. Blast, I was hoping that my blow would keep him under longer than it did. Mr. Little always has an answer of his own. The future dweller slowly rolls his huge head, until his eyes settle on the apprehensive humans. Look at his eyes. They can't seem to focus sharply. I don't think he's fully conscious. Not yet. Now is your chance. Hit him again. I can't. It's just too brutal. We'll have to take our chances and try to reason with him. Reason with a creature who regards us as pets? You fool! Suddenly, stand clear. This shot will save our lives and gain us a docile captive. You shot him, but he's still alive and rendered harmless. I assure you, this dart gun injected him with a chemical that diffuses the thought process. Ooh, Spider-Man likes Hostess cupcakes. You're a hero, Mr. Little. You've given us additional time to complete what we must do, return him to his own era. We've got 24 hours precisely. The chemical loses its effect after that. Now, put me down, Hatch 22. I wouldn't dare to disobey anyone with your luck. He could have gotten you from the rear. You know, our visitor has a hidden eye in the back of his head. It's a degenerator. A disintegrator? Disintegrator. Great galaxies. When Mr. Little overcomes his shock, oh well, I suppose I demonstrated that courage is not lacking in the 20th century, man. I wonder what your chances would have been had that thing regained its senses. Enough, you two. We've got to make the most of each minute. There are decisions to be made. There's work to be done. If an era in our visitor's terms is 1,000,000 years, in ours, then the sixth era, his own time, is 6,000,000 years in the future. Returning him will be a tall order. There is nothing that Mr. Little is not prepared for. We need speed for this job, and I've got it. Behind this steel door is the one vehicle that can get us to the area where the time unit we seek is buried. Like Princess Xanda, Abner Little is a fanatical collector with great resources. At his command, his underground stronghold boasts a veritable mass of highly specialized equipment that will aid him in reaching and obtaining any artifact that he considers valuable. Behold, my fellow adventurers, the multiplane of supersonic wonder. It's a thing of beauty, Mr. Little, and it looks like it can get us to our destination at the snap of a finger. Getting to King Solomon's burial chamber is only half the job. Our visitor may finish us off before our job is done. What's in Solomon's burial chamber? All the marvels of the ancient world and more. Don't fail to read Race Against Time. And that was Black Panther #2 from 1977 with the date stamp. As usual, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Don't forget, smash that subscribe button. Give me a like down there. Tell me what you thought about it. Leave me a comment. Alrighty? Hope it was good for you. And as I always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out. Bada bing.